Good evening, everybody, and we're back at Pizza Hut in Bucyrus with the Buckeye Central portion of the show. We're brought to you in part on WQEL YouTube page by Adam Weisner and everybody at Advanced Fiber Technology, Coach Tim Plumley, Mohegan Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation, Matt Studer, Spitzer, Chrysler Dodge, Jeep Ram Kia, a mile east of the Richland Mall, Rob Lust, Edgefield Animal Clinic, Marion, Matt Ramsey, John Ziegler, Drew Young, Frank Heinlein, and everybody at Bucyrus Blades, serving worldwide markets since 1951, and Roger Brown at Winks Lock and Safe, and they're at the corner of South Poplar and West Warren Street, Bucyrus. Coach Chad Jensen joins us right now from the Buckeye Central Bucks. Lost a game to a very physical Mohawk team, 42-12. I like to read the articles in Crawford County Now, mainly because they're our newspaper now. And Anthony Conchel spoke with you, and you were quoted as saying, "I'm proud of our kids. We battled. We did not quit. We did not give up. We could have easily let them have a running clock very early, but that did not happen. We battled, and we kept grinding." Your feedback.
Yeah, I mean, we did. I mean, Mohawk's a very good team, and
you told me that last week.
I mentioned that last week. They're a very good team, and
no disrespect at all.
No, and it was 22-6 at the end of the first half, and we were there, and then they scored early, and then we scored again, and again, we kept battling, we kept fighting, and and then they had a couple scores late, but we gave everything we had. We knew that Mohawk was a good team, and we just got to improve. We made some mistakes, and we just got to improve for this week.
A couple of penalties here and there cost us. Our effort was there. The things we need to work on can be corrected.
Yeah, I mean, it's execution. We talked about with our kids on Saturday in film. We saw execution. I mean, everything that we did, maybe we were able to get away with in the first 3 weeks, but as we enter N10 play, we're not going to get away with it. So we need to improve execution, and that'll help us.
So one of the things that you also talked about with Anthony Conchel, there is no easy games. There are no easy games in the N10. Our Division 7 games are over. Everything we're playing now is bigger than us. Everyone we're playing is bigger than us. That's no excuse. Our kids will get better. They are resilient, and they buy into Buckeye Central.
Yeah, I mean, we do know that the rest of this schedule we have are all schools that are much bigger than us, and we know that, but that's the cards we're dealt. And our kids play hard, they're resilient, they don't quit, and our goal is each week to get better, and I think we will, and we're going to get better, and we're going to have chances to win some games throughout the year.
All right. Talk a little about the second quarter, the combined sack. You had a sack. Is it Landon Sherwood and Kenny Oots had a combined sack? Talk a little about that.
Well, it was a nice play. I mean, the quarterback went back to throw, and our coverage was great in the secondary, and they were able to combine and get the sack.
All right, they had to eat the ball, so nothing wrong with that. She's scoring second quarter. Manny Mullins, who has been a workhorse for you, 1 yard touchdown. On the fourth quarter, Manny again a 14-yard touchdown. He's your go-to guy.
Yeah, I mean, he's our running back, and we're a spread offense, so he's our main running back, and he's a senior. He's a 4-year letter winner, a guy we've counted on for a long time, and he's one of our key players.
Derek Steen has been a very good quarterback this year. In fact, I got the stats from the N10 statistician, Lonnie McMillan, and Derek's is number 4 in the league with a 63% pass rating, and number 4 in total yards. Pretty nice for a school, the small school in the league.
Yeah, I mean, he started last year, and he's got 14 starts under his belt, and he's our trigger man, and he's the one that sets the tone for us, and we're able to throw the ball with him, and we're able to run with him, and he does a lot of good things for us.
One of the things that he has going for him, you got 6 different guys that caught the ball this week.
Yeah, I mean, our offense is based on taking what the defense gives us, and it could be a different person each night throwing the ball. So we've always, and that's as long as I've been a part as either head coach or offensive coordinator or offensive coach. I mean, that's always been my philosophy is we spread the ball around, and you start getting into habits where you start throwing it to one guy, and
You're going to double team them.
Well, yeah, and teams can take them away. So we've always had the philosophy that we need to spread that around.
All right. We got 4 young men here that we're going to talk to. All sophomores. I'm going to do that here in just one moment. Show brought to you on the WQEL YouTube page by Lee Plymouth and Brad Seibert at the Plymouth Insurance Group, Bucyrus and Gallion. Hannah Newton, Wendy's, downtown Bucyrus and Upper Sandusky. North Central State College, Mansfield, the Crawford Success Center, Bucyrus. Tabitha Smith and everybody at Waycraft Industries. Rod Steiger, who is the general manager of all of the Pizza Huts in the area, Bucyrus and Gallion in particular, and the host of our show since 1992. And the Burkhardt family at Burkhardt Farm Sales, your Case IH dealer on the Manatee Winchester Road. Let's see, we've got Mason Clay, linebacker and offensive line, a sophomore now. Mason, are you playing all varsity this year? Or?
No, I'm back up for varsity and I'm playing some JV this year.
JV, so you dress for both days, Friday and Saturday, right? So you gotten in some varsity games?
Yeah, I gotten in a little bit down in Ridgemont.
All right, so you get an opportunity to play a little bit. What are some of the goals you have for yourself this year to make yourself better and your team better?
I'm just working on the fundamentals, like reading my guards and stuff like that.
All right. Do you need a lot of coaching with that? Does it come natural? Do you need a lot of coaching with that? I mean, go ahead.
A lot of it is like the coaches saying telling you what you need to do and you doing it persistently.
All right. So it needs to become a habit, right? Mm-hmm. Young man, I appreciate you stopping by the show. Isaac Parsons is next. Tight end and a quarterback, also a sophomore. And I got to believe that you're playing both varsity and JV.
Yeah, I play a little bit in varsity when I'm needed, and then I play most of the JV games.
All right, so you get an opportunity to do both. Wouldn't mind getting in a little bit more varsity, would you?
I mean, I'll get in when I'm needed, but
all right.
I'll let them do the work themselves.
All right, nothing wrong with that. What have you learned so far this year?
I've learned a lot about running my routes a little bit quicker, learning how to break down and impact the ball.
All right, good to you, buddy. I appreciate you stopping by. Corbin Bloomfield is a sophomore, and he is a wide receiver and quarterback. And Corbin, talk to me a little bit about varsity and JV.
Just JV.
Just JV?
Yeah, I get in for varsity a little bit here and there.
A little bit. That's good to get a little bit of time under the lights on Friday night. What have you learned so far this year?
Working hard in practice pays off.
All right.
Helps the
That seems to be a continuing theme from all of my teams here tonight. Is they've talked about the practices. It's something that pays dividends down the road, does it not?
Yeah, it does.
All right. What's some of the goals for the rest of your team goals?
Work hard in practice, help with varsity.
All right, buddy. Thanks for coming by. And finally, we've got Matthew Hefner, who's also a sophomore, both O-line and D-line. You look like an O-line and D-line guy. Nothing wrong with that. Got a few pounds on the middle there, and there's nothing wrong with that. Talk to me a little bit about what you've learned. Are you playing any varsity at all?
So a little bit of varsity, but mostly just JV.
Mostly JV, but you've gotten into a little bit on the varsity. All right. What have you learned so far this year, buddy?
Mostly just to push yourself every play on when you get in varsity and every play in JV and make sure that you work your team in practice.
All right, so it's a physical and a mental type thing, right?
Yeah.
You got that right, brother. Thanks for coming by. We're going to come back and talk to Coach about Carey, the #1 team in the state of Ohio. It was the #1 team in the league last year. You got a lot of work, Coach, and we'll talk about that here in just one moment. Show brought to you by Luann Krebs at River's Edge Embroidery, Screen Printing and Signs, Route 309, right across from the Marion Depot. Dr. Erica Schieber at Bucyrus Veterinary Service at 222 West Mary Street. Dr. Thomas M. Britton, Clubview Vision Center. Mike Kleinite, Ag Credit, Residential Lending, Bucyrus, Mount Gilead, Marion. The Ohio State University at Marion, a Big Ten education close to home. Ken Coder, Monarch Body Shop up in Dutchtown, and Blythe Freely and Todd McDougal at Freely and Company Insurance in New Washington. Coach, you don't need Davy Jones or any other media guy to tell you that you got your hands full this week. These guys, #1 team in the state of Ohio. They won a state championship last year. #1 team. They've won 19 games in a row. you got your work cut out for you.
Yeah, I mean, they're a really good team. Obviously, we respect them, respect their program. I don't get worried about streaks, and we don't worry about that kind of stuff. But they're a really good team, and we know that we have to get better. And the kids talked about it here about getting better in practice, and that's what we're focused on this week, getting better in practice, and we just got to improve. And our kids, we have to correct the mistakes we made last week, and see where that takes us.
Keys to success in the ball game.
Yeah, I take what they give us. Carey's a very good team, but there are things that we can do if we execute. Now, they're a really good team, and we have to do it well. And we know that, but that's what we have to do. Take what they give us, and then on the defensive side, we got to tackle better. We got to tackle well. These kids are good football players at Carey, and man, we respect the heck out of them. And we got to tackle better, and we got to fly to the ball, and we know what they're going to do. There's no secret. They're going to run football. They're going to run the football, run the football, run the football, boots, run the football, run the football, boots. So we just have to know that and tackle and get lined up right, and on the defensive side of the ball is what we got to do.
All right. Coach, it's always a pleasure to have you on the show. Thank you so much for coming down from New Washington and bringing some fine young men along with you. We'll look forward to your visit again next week. We'd like to thank all of our guests from Bucyrus, Winford, and Buckeye Central for being a part of our show tonight. Also, thanks to Crystal Stewart and everybody here at Pizza Hut for their hospitality. My thanks to our remote engineer and cameraman, John Kreider, as well as Harper Boggs for helping out this evening. Tonight's programs for all three schools are available on the WQEL YouTube page beginning around 9:30 Monday evening and remain available throughout the week on the website, the WQEL YouTube page. We've got a lot of things coming up on the football and sports program. We've got Indians baseball. They're playing the Los Angeles Angels tonight. Tomorrow night, they got a noon game on Thursday. They also will be playing Chicago later in the week, and they have a lot of baseball to be played. The Indians, or the Guardians, if you will, do have an opportunity to buckle down and play and make the playoffs. And right now, they're 2.5 games in the first place. Our buddy Mike Sparks has the coach's show from Pizza Hut and Galleon. That'll be on the WQEL YouTube page. Broadcast coverage from Pizza Hut and Galleon on WQEL with Galleon, Crestline, and Colonel Crawford. On behalf of all of our guests and everybody here at Pizza Hut, this is Davey Jones. Have a good evening, everybody.